Hey Budget Fam, it's Jordan from Jordan Budgets. Today we are cash stuffing $560 into our bills binder and into our variable expenses and self-care binder. If you are new here, welcome. On this channel, we do a lot of cash stuffing, we do a bit of budgeting, and we talk about how I make a full-time living on Etsy and YouTube. And I've officially been on this channel for 6 months, so happy birthday to my YouTube channel. We've hit 15,000 subscribers in 6 months, which is just nuts. I feel so blessed and thankful to have you guys here, to have you along this ride with me as I have created a new business, as I have shared my personal finance journey, as well as I will soon be sharing, of course, my move to Nashville, as well as starting my paper planner business. So there's a lot happening on this channel. I'm happy to have you guys. Let's go ahead and get started into today's cash stuffing. First, we will count the money and make sure we have the $560. 310 of that will go into bills, and then 250 of that will go into variable expenses and self-care. 50, 100, 50, 200, 50, 70, 90, 310, 330, 50, 70, 90, 410, 430, 50, 70, 90, 510, 520, 30, 40, 50, 55, 60, $560. So that is great. How are you guys doing on this amazing Monday morning? I think this is the first time I've done 2 cash stuffings back to back like this. So I did just see you guys yesterday. I'm happy to have the extra money from YouTube, which is what we cashed up yesterday, and then today we're back to our regular budget, so that is fun. I will be back tomorrow too with my personal goals for 2022. I know I talked about that video for a little while. I got really busy with Etsy and never made it back to it, but I will be launching that video tomorrow. Let's start with our bills binder. We are going to move these categories aside for just a minute and focus on our bills, which is where the majority of our money is going. We are gonna stuff $310 into bills, and I think if I did my math right, we should be completely done with this bills binder today, which should free up some money next Monday to put into our 1 month ahead. Preschool, I do pay $410 every single month for my son's private preschool. We are going to add $70, so 50, 70. Now let's count this and see if we are up to 410. 50, 100, 50, 200, 50, 300, 50, 70, 90, 410. So that is fully stuffed. I do cash stuff all of my bills binders and then pay them on the very first of the month. So basically I'm 1 month ahead if you consider it that way, because all of this is being stuffed right now at the end of January to be ready for all of February's bills. Mother's Helper, I actually think I'm going to take back what I just said because Mother's Helper will not be fully stuffed, I don't think. We are going to add $50. We now have 50, 100, 50, 25. So I do pay $50 every week for my sister-in-law to help me 1 day a week with my homeschooled son. So 1, 2, 3. We need at least $25 more, maybe $75 to cover all of the Mother's Helper needs for February. I have to like count the days in February and see how that's gonna work out. But I possibly only need $25. I may need $75 more. Electric, we are going to add $60. I pay $140 to $150 for electric, depending on the season. Right now, I pay less for electric than I do in the middle of the summer because I do live in South Mississippi, and in the summer, I have the AC running 24/7 because it's just ridiculously hot here, hot and humid, and the only way to combat the hot and the humid is to keep it freezing in your house. Electric now has 50, 70, 90, 110, 130, 140. So we are fully stuffed for electric now. Next we have gymnastics. This is for my boys' gymnastics classes. The bill just went from 100 a month to 110 a month, which is not a big jump at all. I thought it was gonna be much worse, so this is good. We now have 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 110, so gymnastics is fully stuffed. Internet, we are going to add $30 to internet. I pay $80 every month for internet now, so 20, 40, $60, $70. So we are $10 short on internet. We will need to come back and pay a little bit more on that next week. Gym and pool. Gym and pool is really just to give my homeschooled son somewhere to go when it's really cold or it's really rainy or something outside. It's a place that has a nice pool for him. So I pay for this. It's like a full gym package, but I don't go to the gym. This is really for my homeschool son. Maybe eventually. I don't have that much extra energy to give. I know people that work out say that when you work out, you get more energy. I'm just not feeling that right now, okay? So I don't use the gym. I really should, but we are gonna add more money to that for my son's sake. We now have $20, $40, $50, so gym and pool is fully stuffed. Renter's insurance. I do live in an apartment. It requires us to have a certain amount of renter's insurance, and I pay $25 a month. So we are adding 20. We now have 25. Allowance. I do pay my sons $1 allowance every single night that they do their chores. They did not do their chores much at all this last week, so this is still pretty well stuffed. So I don't really need to put anything else in that right now. And then 1 month ahead, we are not going to put anything in that today. But like I said, next Monday is the 31st, and I will still be technically paying towards like this next month's bill. So what I'm thinking is next week we only need to put a little bit of money into Mother's Helper, and we need to put $10 into internet. So a lot of that extra money that I would normally be spending on bills, we will put towards 1 month ahead. And so we will get to color in a lot of these spots and help us get even that extra month ahead. So that is exciting for next week. Okay, coffee break. Are you guys Dunkin' fans or are you Starbucks fans? I'm a Dunkin' fan all the way. It's not usually my budget because my mother-in-law and my mom both give me gifts. I can't talk. My mother-in-law and my mom both give me gift cards to Dunkin' whenever there's a holiday like Christmas or my birthday. All of my holidays that people give me stuff for, like my birthday and Christmas really is it. Those are in December, so I still have Dunkin' gift cards. You won't see Dunkin' in my budget. I don't tend to splurge on it very often either because it is expensive for coffee, but I love Dunkin' Donuts. I'm a huge Dunkin' Donuts fan. I don't like Starbucks. Dunkin' Donuts all the way. Okay. Sorry, usually I don't see my coffee breaks. Variable expenses. I do have a variable binder that lives in my purse. I only took out this cash envelope, but I also have cards and things in there, and I don't want to accidentally show it. So I just take out the one envelope. I'm gonna add $40 to groceries. My only variable expenses at this point are groceries, gas, and fast food. So groceries just got $140. Gas always gets $30 unless there's like a big road trip or something extra. $30 gets me through for like my typical week. And then fast food gets $30. Again, for a typical week, that gets us through. If I'm sick or there's something especially stressful going on and I don't have the mental or physical capacity to be cooking more, then sometimes I do need a little bit more for fast food. But for this week, this is what should cover us. Also on the community tab, guys, I did share the link to the subscriber freebies, and in the 10,000 subscriber giveaway, I released these dividers that you guys asked for. They are printable, so you'll have to print them yourself, but go to the community tab if you're interested. Look for my 15,000 subscriber like thank you post, and you will see the link to where you can go get these dividers for free. You just download them, print them yourself, and then you'll have to cut them out. But I would recommend printing them on 110 cardstock, but don't laminate them. Mine are laminated and it's very hard to get in and out of the binder. That's just what I would do. Moving on, we just have a few categories left. The only thing that we are going to be stuffing in here is self-care. So this is a self-care and homeschool binder. I did pretty recently put some money in the homeschool categories actually yesterday. So like I'm feeling good about those. We are just going to take this time to stuff the tips that I got on Etsy. So if you go over to the Tip the Seller posting on Etsy, that money goes to tips for me, and that money gets put into my self-care envelopes. So thank you to everybody that has tipped these last couple of weeks. It is completely not expected or mandatory. It's not expected or mandatory in any way, But thank you from the bottom of my heart to all of you who are generous enough to go over and tip me on Etsy. I did get $50 in tips, so thank you to Nori and Lydia and Kayla. Thank you, Kim. Thank you, Kaylee. Thank you, Lalit. Thank you, Jennifer and Heather. Thank you, Tanisha, Tara, and Lisa. Thank you guys so much for your tips. That is what I'm stuffing today. This morning, I did see tips from Jessica and Nicolette, so thank you guys too, but your money will be cash stuffed next time. So we are going to go through just a couple of categories and add in that tip money. We will be adding $20 to Etsy. This is just my way to give back to other Etsy shops. I did recently do an Etsy haul. I'm waiting for all of those things to come in, and then I would like to share with you guys what I got. But we're gonna add 20 of the 50 to Etsy, so we now have 20, 40, 60, 70, $71 for me to shop on Etsy to other small shops. 2 more categories we are going to stuff, the other one being purchases. I really want to make it a priority to get myself clothes that I like this year. I don't have many clothes at all. I have a few things that I have held on to for many years, and it's just not my style anymore. So I did, similarly to Etsy, I made a purchase with about $80 that you guys had previously given me. I made a clothing haul online. I'm waiting for that stuff to come in, and then I will share it with you guys. But for today, we are adding 20 of that 50 to purchases, which will go to clothes for me, and so we have $40. I went wrong somewhere along the way. Okay, so envelope, actually I know what we're gonna do. I know what we're gonna do with this extra 10. I messed up along the way, but it's going to work out perfectly. For the 100 envelope challenge, we are going to be adding $10. So we are going to color in that 10. We'll put that 10 aside for a second. I am considering this self-care because this is money that I will be putting aside for a new or new to me car. Or if my car keeps working throughout this year, we will put this towards the start of a down payment for a house for me and the boys, which would just be amazing. So I'm considering that self-care, as in like long-term self-care. So let's count this money and see what we have. We did add $100 yesterday from the YouTube money that I received, or the money I received from YouTube, from like ad revenue and stuff. So thank you guys for watching and subscribing, because that also helps me get that money. 100 envelope challenge, we now have 50, 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 200, 10, 15, 20, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. We have $240 in the 100 envelope savings challenge. And I will be doing an unstuffing video likely on Wednesday to get rid of some of these bills, consolidate things, put some money in the bank, all of that good stuff. Oh, and so for this $10, I'm not sure exactly what went funky. You guys can let me know if you caught it. I did not catch it. We will go ahead and add this to, was it internet that we were short $10? Let's see, 20, 40, 60, 70, $80. So we are good on all of our bills except for Mother's Helper. We need to add either $25 or $75. I need to look into that and see which one it is. But worst case scenario, we put $75 next week in here, and that's gonna free up a little over $200 for us to put in our 1 month ahead for our bills. So that is amazing. I'm very excited about that. And that is it for today's video. I think it was a short and sweet one. I'm hoping so. I will find out when I'm editing if I talked way longer than I thought. As always, if you made it to the very end of this video, thank you, thank you, thank you. If you have not yet subscribed, please go ahead and subscribe. Join our little budget fam here. We would be happy to have you. I will see you guys again soon. Bye-bye.